my Pet Info Cafe. Pour yourself a warm cup of your favorite, hold a furry friend in your lap, and let's chat about our love of rabbits. I am your host, Jennifer Eileen, and I am so delighted to present our topic today, Beauty, Be Kind to Rabbits, with Friends of Rabbits Rescue and AluraVeda Salon. Please welcome Mara Hurrett, Vice President of Friends of Rabbits Rescue, and Stephanie Shimp, Adoption Coordinator. Ladies, hello. And this little baby I'm holding again is
Bailey.
Bailey. Are you like a Bailey's coffee? All right. Well, I would love you to kind of, hello, okay. I would love you to kind of take the rabbit. All right. And tell us just kind of in context about testing on rabbits, not only for cosmetics, for pharmaceuticals and other things, and what you've seen with your rescue and the animals you've rescued.
So rabbits are traditionally one of the favored animals for testing, and in cosmetic industry and personal care industry in particular, as well as household products, because rabbit eyes are actually structurally very similar to human eyes. So they see how things that get in rabbits' eyes affect them, and there's something called the Dray's test, which is very cruel. And fortunately, many companies have gotten away from using that, not all, but they've discovered that it's perfectly possible to test and manufacture cosmetics cruelty-free, because there are wonderful companies out there that do that now. Also, rabbits are used as lab rabbits. We've taken in quite a few rabbits over the years from being in the DC area, some of the federal agencies that do certain kinds of testing, and it's non-invasive. It's not cruel things like Dray's test, but they use them for certain things, and the rabbits are all perfectly healthy and they seem to be generally well cared for, and we will take them in small numbers, and they're fondly known in the rescue as the labbits. And they're mostly roos, the ruby-eyed whites that you see, and we get them good homes. They usually turn out to be very social animals, and they go to good homes, and we adopt out a lot of them to their forever homes. So we're just, wish that fewer of the cosmetic companies and personal care companies would be testing on rabbits, because you're such sweet little guys. Yes, you are.
Stephanie, as adoption coordinator, do you have anything that you'd like to add to rabbits who've been labbits?
Just that not to be intimidated by the pink eyes. I think a lot of people sometimes are when they see the white rabbits with the pink eyes, but they're very friendly. I kind of blame Monty Python for that with the killer rabbit. But they're generally very friendly, and just like any other rabbit, they'd be great pets in the right home. So, yeah.
All right, well, lovely. Thank you for setting that context. And we will be right back with our next guest from AluraVeda Salon to tell us more about cruelty-free beauty products. Welcome back. We're here with Russell White, colorist and stylist with AluraVeda Salon. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsor of this episode, AluraVeda Salon in Ashburn, Virginia. AluraVeda Salon offers over 25 years of experience providing haircuts, styling, coloring, hair treatments, and spa services. You may reach them at 703-858-5566 and info@aluraveda.com. Aveda features vegan hair care, skincare, and body products that are people tested and cruelty free. And we also want to thank our stylists for doing our guests' beautiful makeup as well as hair. So Stephanie and Russell, you did a makeover together. I'd like to hear all about how it went. And Stephanie, you're a school teacher when you're not a rescue coordinator,
yes.
Rabbit adoption coordinator.
Yes, so, and all my students very much approved of my makeover. I feel like if they didn't, they definitely would have let me know.
Well, when she came in, it was kind of long and it was kind of washed out, and she needed some coloring on. So what we did is we lifted it up quite a bit, actually, because to give it some body and some swing. We did a wash over it to give it some richness and some warmth. and then I just gave her some highlights through the top. We used the AluraVeda lightener and the AluraVeda color, which is all vegan, animal friendly, and all natural.
That's great. So I saw some of the pictures and the videos of what that was like. Stephanie, what was that like for you to get pampered like that?
It was a lot of fun. You know, normally I'm like throwing stuff together at the last minute to get to work on time, and so it was very nice. And I also never really know what to do with my hair when I go to get it cut, so it was nice to be able to say, just do what you want, like, and have someone to advise me. And I was really happy with the results.
Really?
So thank you.
You're
Great.
welcome.
Well, Russell, say more about why AluraVeda, why AluraVeda Salon, and your choice of working with cruelty-free beauty.
Well, I had worked with AluraVeda long in the past when I first started in the business, and it's evolved so much as a company and grown greater and more eco-friendly and animal-friendly that I've just stuck with it. Yeah. They also have, like you said, the skincare products and stuff. Now, we as a company do not carry the makeup, but they have a complete makeup line that's vegan friendly. The lipsticks are great. They have like peppermint oil and stuff like that in them, and just really wonderful, wonderful products.
Well, true confessions here. Russell is my stylist. That's how I found him. And I found him because I've been a longtime fan of AluraVeda, really originally because of the environmental consciousness. And you know, now of course because of the people tested versus animal tested stance that they have. But when I thought about it, you know, really being environmentally friendly is friendly to animals too. It's friendly to the wild animals and to their habitat.
And what I really like too, like we did the lightener on her hair. It's also vegan and animal friendly, which is really surprising to me. That they're able to develop a product like that.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, Stephanie, you want any advice about how to keep this gorgeous look going?
Yes.
Well, it's not difficult to keep up. You know, just trim it about once every 6 weeks or something like that, and then maybe do a wash over. You know, and the highlight maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah. Well, as a stylist, tell us a little bit about, you mentioned a washover, a highlight. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Well, when she came in, she had
treatments?
some grown out highlights that were really faded.
Okay.
And her new growth, she has like an ashy blonde base, and then the blonde was so washed out, it just washed her out. So we put a washover, which is sort of like a glaze. Where
Okay.
it's like a filler. And so we put a little gold, sunny yellow on it, so it gave it some richness, and then I just re-highlighted it to brighten it up. And what I thought was really great when we finished, she goes, "This looks just like my hair did when I was young." When I was a child.
Oh, that's wonderful. So your school children approved of it. Can you tell us more? What did they say? Did they
Yeah,
say,
so I
they
actually
didn't
did have
recognize
someone who suggested that something very similar. They're like, you need warmer highlights and da 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 da. And so, yeah, I should listen to them more often, I guess. But
Well, you teach 10th grade, correct?
I do, yes.
They're all about fashion.
Oh yes, yes. Well, the school children. What age do you teach?
They're 10th graders, so they're around 16. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And then for AluraVeda products, there are so many. What was the right one for Stephanie in terms
For
of?
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Well, what we used, shampoo and conditioner, we used the color conserve, which helps keep her color from fading.
Okay.
The shampoo and conditioner. And then when we styled it, because it's so light, and she had the lightened ends before, we did some botanical repair treatment, which is like a reconstructor that you leave in. So it's not very complicated to use. You just put it in, leave it in, and blow it out.
Okay.
Yeah, and those are the only products she really needed. Easy hair care.
Very easy, very
Very
easy.
uncomplicated hair
Yeah,
products.
and there's a rosemary mint shampoo that I love to smell.
Yeah,
I just
it's
buy it to
amazing.
smell it.
It's one of their most popular lines.
Yes,
yeah.
I really love
That
that.
and the Nutriplenish, I believe.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if this is true, but could any of the AluraVeda products be used to wash animals?
Yeah, we were talking about it today that they don't have an animal line,
Okay.
but they use the Nutriplenish spray to help detangle poodles and long-haired animals.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, they can be
Okay.
used on animals very
Oh,
much because
okay.
they're so gentle.
Oh, I really love that. I really love that. So your salon is located in Ashburn.
On Sickle Drive in Goose Creek Village,
Yeah, Goose Creek Village. So
right on the outskirts. You can see it as you pass down the
yeah.
highway.
So that's definitely in the area. Now, what does it mean that AluraVeda is a concept salon? What does that
It
mean?
means we only carry Aveda products
Okay. Okay. So that's true.
and educate our stylists in Aveda.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fully Aveda.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you so much for providing all that, service and guidance for Stephanie, and thank you for fluffing us all so beautifully for this show, especially
quite welcome.
making us
Thank you
all
for having
camera
me.
ready. It's pretty rare that we get that kind of special treatment here. We really appreciate it.
Well, you're
And-
quite welcome.
Yeah, and
Yes, and
any,
thank you for the makeover.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you for joining us, Russell.
Absolutely.
So stay right with us. We are going to meet with another Aveda representative. Welcome back, our guests from AluraVeda Salon, and I have with me Amaya Owens, who is an apprentice stylist at AluraVeda Salon, and I have Jordan Dix, who is also a stylist at AluraVeda Salon. So I'm so excited to have you here, and I'm going to tell on you. You're the one with the poodle.
Yes.
It was your poodle that we used. Okay, tell
We
me
have
about that.
3, so they're very crazy dogs. They run outside, they play in the dirt, so their curls get very tangly. And so that's what I use to detangle my hair. So my mom just was like, let me give it a shot. Did it once and hasn't gone back.
That's beautiful. Well, I just love that. Well, thank you for, kind
Yeah.
of telling the rest of that story. And I love to hear anything about animals on our show. But I'd like to hear about your career, about working with Aveda and AluraVeda Salon. Same thing for you. So let's start with you, Jordan. Tell me
Yeah.
about your career in working with AluraVeda.
So it started out in Alaska. I used to live in Alaska.
Wow.
I moved up here 2 years ago, but I worked at a salon. I was just a receptionist, and I did nails. So I started my Aveda journey 5 years ago. So the second I started working there as a receptionist, I fell in love with the products, what Aveda stands for. So the second I moved up here, I got my cosmetology license and found the best Aveda salon.
That's excellent. And so you are clearly a hairstylist
Yeah.
as well as a cosmetologist, because you were doing all of the guests' makeup, and wow, what a bunch of beautiful ladies to
Yeah.
interview. So tell me about that.
So the cosmetology license, you're able to do nails, makeup, basic facials, you can do waxing. So cosmetology, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. So that's why I love the license, and majority of the hairstylists that you go see are cosmetologists.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Well, what's your philosophy? How does Aveda fit within your philosophy, and being kind to animals and not testing and being good for the environment?
Yeah, so they don't test any of their products on animals. They also don't work with any manufacturers or any third party or anything like that that tests on animals, so everything is clean. It also, I think it's such a great product line, because when we're washing color out of the hair, when we're shampooing, when we're conditioning, we're not thinking about all of that stuff that's going down the drain and polluting the water. So all of their products are clean. So when you're washing color, when you're washing shampoo or conditioner out, it's not polluting the waters or anything at all.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you said something about a water day coming up this month, which is April.
April 22nd,
right.
it's hashtag no wash day. So
Okay.
if you don't wash your hair on the 22nd, it can save up to 6 gallons of water worldwide.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Will they do that again every April?
They do it every year.
Every
They have
year?
it every year. They do a bunch of promotions. Some salons even do cut-a-thons to help donate for their water program with Aveda.
Well, what was your training program like with Aveda? Did you go to don't they have a center in Minneapolis? that
I
you
didn't go to the Aveda
Okay.
school
Okay.
just because they didn't have one in Alaska.
Yeah.
I just went to a standard school, and then I went to the Salon and I did the Aveda education online.
Okay.
So they have a huge online program with online classes. You can learn about their color, their products, their services, what Aveda stands for, all on their online platform. So it was super amazing.
That's really good. So
Yeah.
tell us some more about what you learned about what Aveda stands for.
So you learn their mission statements, you learn the history, you learn about also all of the ingredients in each product. Also what they replace. So some products, the stuff they have like silicones, they have bad proteins in it. They teach you about what they make in their products. So for example, in their botanical repair, it is a protein-based product to help repair hair, and they use pea protein instead. So it's a very natural protein that is also very good for you. Some people take it in supplements. So it was a lot of background information, which was super helpful.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love to hear all about that. Well,
Yeah.
turning to you, Amaya, let's hear about your career, how you got started with Aveda and AluraVeda Salon, and just tell us all about that.
Yeah, so actually the journey, it's been going on for a while. Like since I was younger, I would say I'd been interested in going into the cosmetology field and definitely being in the beauty industry. But it didn't really fully start until earlier this year. I'd signed up to go to the institution over in Arlington for Aveda actually, and I had started there for a little bit, but I was also moving, and luckily the road down from my parents' house to my new house, you drove right by an AluraVeda salon, which is the one that I work at now. And since Aveda, I was going to the institution, I saw the salon down the street, I applied, got a job there, and ended up landing myself an apprenticeship, so I don't have to drive all the way out to the institution anymore either, which is really nice. But that kind of brings me to present day. Like the journey very, very much is brand new. But I really do love Aveda and picked that institution specifically over the rest in the area because of that whole natural product line and natural ingredients. That was always a big concern for me growing up. I have curly hair. It's very, very sensitive to a lot of the chemicals, silicones, parabens, everything in a lot of drugstore products. So when I found Aveda and found how hydrating it was for my curls and how much my hair just loved it, and the buildup wasn't insane either, I just kind of even fell more in love with it. And the history behind the man who started the company, it's very wholesome, I guess you could say.
I don't know much about that. Can you tell us more about
Yeah,
that? The founder?
so our founder, basically, he was a hairstylist himself. He was getting fairly sick from a lot of the hair chemicals, like chemicals in the hair products, using them all the time. So him and his mom, actually, I believe it was, his mom is an herbalist, or was, and she helped him make like shampoos and conditioners and other products like in their sink at first. And it just built from there, which is pretty cool.
So that it all grew from that. That's great. And then, you know, for both of you, has there been a kind of a historic or a family orientation towards the environment, towards animal kindness? Obviously, you have poodles, so any affinity there?
Mine is more, why I started working at Aveda too is because a lot of people, they have a lot of sensitivities and allergies. So Aveda, since it is all natural, like me myself, I'm allergic to hair color.
Oh.
Yeah, as a stylist, that's not great, but with Aveda's hair color, they have less of those harsh chemicals. They're more natural ingredients. They have special oils in it that can protect your scalp when you're getting your hair done. So it really saves me, and I'm still able to do fun colers and everything like that.
Yeah.
But also dogs. I love dogs, so that's mainly where it comes from.
That's beautiful. How about you with your family and your
My
growing up?
family, they've always had a very environmental friendly kind of outlook on the world, I guess you could say. I mainly grew up with my mom and my grandma, and they're very much I guess you could say, like tree huggers. So it's just kind of embedded in my brain that you don't pollute, you don't litter, you don't do things like that, like little things like that. I don't know, it's a lot bigger too than just polluting by like throwing out, the bottles and everything. It really does boil down to the ingredients and how they're sourced, which is another thing. AluraVeda is very ethically sourced, which is another reason why I love it. I think that is a very important part in a natural brand, because you can have natural things, you can be natural, I guess, under a giant umbrella, but the whole process is really what matters. I've just always, I guess, had an outlook on the bigger process of things. I'm very interested in, like, the industrialization of things as well. So I've gone on, like, I wouldn't say giant, but many research projects where I'm looking at why are they making paper with trees, like stuff like that, when they can use bamboo or they can use other things that are actually going to repair our environment, rather than just, okay, let's grow this, chop it down, grow this, chop it down. So it's kind of a broad spectrum.
Yeah, so you have a career which kind of matches your values, the things that you have affinity
Exactly.
for, and that's great. So you also enjoy doing makeup, cosmetics. Yeah, you made our guests look so beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for that. Can you tell me what you like about the cosmetics?
I mean, cosmetics really, it just makes everyone feel better in their own skin, and you don't even have to do anything crazy. You can just enhance your natural look, a little bit of concealer, something like that, even men too, doesn't matter, just enhance a little bit. It just makes people feel good in their skin.
That's great. That's great. Well, I do want to say for our audience that we didn't have a Veda cosmetics, but every cosmetic that was used today was either certified by Leaping Bunny or by PETA, or clearly says on the package not cruelty tested. So there are many ways to find out if the product is not. And one of the brands that I use is not expensive and available at most major retailers. So it's not an expensive investment to do.
Yeah. There's also my favorite thing I tell people when they come into the salon. A lot of people buy the AluraVeda products, but like Russell said earlier, we don't carry the makeup in stores. So I recommend an app called Think Dirty. So what it does is it scans barcodes on any product, and it'll pop up a little chart, and it'll have all the dirty products in it, it'll have all the clean products, and it'll give you a rated score out of 100.
Oh my gosh.
And it'll tell you if it has any certifications or not, like 100% vegan or anything like that.
That's such a wonderful shortcut. I'm
Yeah.
usually Googling something and spending hours on the website reading the fine print. Thank you for
yeah.
that.
No, I love it. I recommend it especially to curly clients, because they have to stay away from a lot of silicones and stuff like that. Or someone who colors their hair. A lot of those bad chemicals can strip my color and cause me to have to come in super early or redo it over and over again and damage my hair. So, yeah.
That is a super great hint. Thank you for
Yeah.
that, sharing that. Well, what's next for your career with AluraVeda? So, Jordan, what's next for you?
So right now, I graduated and got my license 6 months ago, so I'm still in the education process. So I'm still taking clients, I'm learning. We have another educator at the salon. She'll be teaching the school. So she's helping me. I want to work my way through all the AluraVeda services. I want to learn all their techniques. I just want to learn more about the brand. So it's kind of about learning in this first year for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And
Yeah.
what's next for you with your career with AluraVeda?
Definitely in a very, very similar boat. Definitely starting my education, just really getting those fundamentals down, learning new techniques, trying to build off and gather my own techniques, gather what I even really enjoy doing, just because I'm so new into it. Really just try it all. That's all I have in my head now as far as what I look at in my future. I just want to experiment, try new things, take risks, you know.
And so you both have found a home at AluraVeda Salon, which has the products that match with your values and career opportunities. And so fortunate for us in this area, it's in Ashburn.
Yeah,
You know.
I work at the school, so I work at the
Oh.
M&W Hair Academy.
Oh.
Yeah, and
okay.
she's gonna start working there next week, which I'm very
Exactly.
excited for.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
great. Okay, that's
Yeah.
very exciting.
It is
Well-
very cool. The AluraVeda is attached to, it's a second salon too, but it's also an academy. So that's
Oh.
why the person that she's working under is also going to be a teacher. She is a really good teacher as well, just before it's even official.
Oh, gosh.
So I'll have a bunch of little Aveda artists.
Well, I love that so much, and thank you so much for being part of our episode about, you know, being kind to bunnies, just being kind to animals, and being kind, which also includes a responsibility for our environment and creating a kinder environment. So thank you to you and the AluraVeda Salon for sponsoring our episode. I hope you've enjoyed this very special episode of Pet Info Cafe. For more information about rabbits and other episodes, you may visit my website, petinfocafe.com.